Hello Game of Thrones fans and welcome back to Knight of the Blackwater. I am Ben and today we have the third round of Swiss from the Northampton Store Championship. On the left there you have myself playing Tyrell, the Reigns of Castamere, against Paul who's playing Lanni, Reigns of Castamere. So we are both currently 2-0, so basically whoever wins this is all but guaranteed to be in the cut. And just continue the setups. And here we go. So we have Tower of the Hand, Moon Boys with Widow's Wail, and Mountains of the Moon. And I've got the Red Wine Straits, what's it? Thingamajiggy Gross, and is it Eleanor Tyrell? The one which likes to put two limiteds out. So this is based on a deck, or basically is the deck which Matt from the podcast took to Starluck, and he did fairly well with it. Made, I think it was at the top 8, top 4, and it's a deck I know fairly well. Just Tyrell Reigns in general. So we're on to the first plots. We have time of plenty into Noble Cause. So Paul's let me go first. So draw 3 cards up.
Okay.
To the first marshalling. Just while I think about this, I'd like to thank the Patreon supporters who make this video possible. If you are interested in possibly helping the channel, and if any and all help would be appreciated, please do look in the description below. So there's lots of many rewards, so it's worth having a check, and it's going to help me bring stuff like Euros, which tickets come out for, getting the stream for that sorted out properly. So I had a Rose Garden and a Rose Road put out, 2 of them, obviously thanks to Eleanor. And we had Packs of Red Wine, which I paid too much for, which Paul very kindly reminded me.
I was thinking, like, I'm sure in my head I was going to have more money than this.
Then we got Butter Bumps. And a Bodyguard on packs. And hopefully remember in a minute, I'm going to remember that Gross now has a military icon, which looks like I do.
And he's now a Tricon, that's right, this is Voltron Gareth the Gross deck.
So it's saying it's a Voltron Gross deck, honestly. So we're on to Paul here, who's obviously the Tower Hand is always a card which scares me a little bit, and forced me to play around a fair bit. So we have, looks like 4 gold there spent on Harrenhal, so the combination is set up very early, and Paul's going to sit on 2 gold.
I passed pre-challenge actions.
So pre-challenge actions have been passed.
I passed challenges.
And I'm going to pass challenges turn 1. I'm never a big fan, as you've probably seen before, of doing challenges too early if you can avoid it. I don't want to kind of walk into a I just don't want to walk into a Tower of the Hand trap, do a little intrigue with bus bumps and ends up turning into someone getting bounced.
3, 9, 11.
So quick add up of all of the strength there, and see I can do 11 on intrigue. Something I always think is worth doing: ask your opponent. Just make sure that you are clear. Now I'm going to apologise a bit about the glare here. I didn't quite realise how bad it was until I was editing the video.
I'm just having paranoia.
And so this is me just making sure I actually hit the record button and whacking the camera massively. Please tell me to put that back. Yes, we do. Thanks. Sorry about that, guys. I was just paranoid I hadn't hit the record button.
I've done it before where I've had a game recording and it's a really good game and I've gone back and gone, you hit the wrong button.
So, past challenges.
I have
Over to me.
It is.
So it's a bit of deliberation here.
Military?
So we have military coming in for 5.
Sorry, he's 5. It's not +5.
Yeah, sorry. And 2 goals.
So after much deliberation, Gross goes in to defend the challenge.
Trying to think if I have an action or not. So you're winning by 2, aren't you?
Yep.
Sure. Pass. No actions.
Yep. Claim.
And side for claim. Interested over Eleanor. I guess in the figure she's probably done her job, getting the 2 limiteds out early, getting my econ up and running. Just remember now, Grace has now lost his intrigue icon.
Five strength for intrigue. We do the 6, 7, 8, 9 for intrigue. Play that multiple times. What tricks did Tyrell have?
The thing I love about Tyrell, you sit there and go, yeah, I'm strength 5 for now.
And Paul here just deliberating, just go for the mass here. Obviously with Tyrell, as I said in the chat, you never quite know what strength Tyrell can get up to. So you run in thinking you're fine, and next thing you know, a couple of strength buffs come down, and you've lost the challenge horribly. We see some pretty good cards in hand with like Tywin and Tyrion. Some pretty good Harrenhal targets. I think Poole might be feeling he's about 1 gold short of being able to get the most out of it. Because if Tywin comes in here in strength 8, which obviously if there's a growing strong, that means Tywin's on losing the challenge, and then he dies, which is never a good thing.
How many cards have we got?
5.
And we've got Cersei coming in Harrenhal. 2 gold spent on the Birdmen, who are going to be given, I believe, an intrigue icon. And yes.
Intrigue for 6.
Intrigue for 6, which I immediately defend.
Action.
Your first player?
I am.
I play a Growing Strong,
Because of him.
which is free because of packs. So I'm now strength 9.
So
And that glare is really bad, I do apologise.
strength a lot, brain kick in 9.
Sure. You win?
I win, so insight from Butter Bumps.
Pass.
Pass. My dom.
And Dom goes to me, so pretty timid first turn there. 1-0 currently to the Tyrell. I don't remember the Grace has lost his intrigue icon. Now Nishio attempts to play Nothing Burns Like the Cold, but obviously with the mountains, he just loses the Mountains of the Moon, which doesn't seem quite as impactful.
7 cards.
time.
It takes a lot of time to figure out what the shit to do. This might be the wrong choice, but yeah.
So we have counting coppers into counting coppers.
Your choice.
You can go first.
Okay. Trigger your plot first because it makes a difference. 1, 2, 3, and then draw 2.
And I think here I was looking for some decent.
So I've got 5 gold, 6 gold.
So 6 gold.
2, 3, 4, 5,
So
6.
6 gold there. So not bad on a counting coppers turn. So put Heartsbane onto Paxter, which is always an interesting choice. But this just shows against in a Reigns matchup, I'm always very wary of the trigger. We then have a Great Hall played out, and the Knight of Flowers is the new Knight of Flowers. Let's hit the board. The one who every time you play an event gets plus 2 strength. Into the face, and then we have the for me the highlight card of the big box, Tyrell big box, the High Garden Courtier. So as soon as a character has increases strength, you may stand that character.
Surprisingly.
3 transactions. I pass.
I pass.
Intrigue.
So intriguing coming in from Pax.
A first 3 currently, so that's an action.
You've got no gold, but you can do an event, and
I can boost him by 3 as well.
by kneeling that.
So I feel quite safe here doing this because obviously.
It's not the ditch card, is it? No. So you're on 3.
So obviously, I think I'm just trying to run in and trigger Reigns to get so I can do Varus Riddle and draw even more cards because I don't think I've seen the cards I want to see at this point. Arguably I should put butter bumps into this, but I didn't think I wanted to kneel all my intrigue icons.
Right, what are you gonna Reigns into? We'll look at these as inspiration.
Well,
Varus Riddle would be a good one.
Varus Riddle wouldn't be a bad one. I like to take my lead from what's it? Richard's book. So you have Sandy plot, Neely plot, Copy plot, Bernie plot.
Cool 20 wants to defend this. Obviously, we'll probably use this Harren Hall trigger this turn. And it's got a Birdman to bring in, but it don't. Well, it would be enough currently. But obviously, doesn't have got. It's got a.
Could be really painful.
Sorry.
We're going to win it either way. 'Cause I can't
Lord Rennie's riding.
Okay, I have an action.
So have an action to kneel it,
Reaction.
which then stands him thanks to High Garden Courtier.
So win by 6. There is actually a choice here, believe it or not.
Fair enough.
Because you say Riddle would not be a bad idea.
If you're playing it, I suppose. Are you just throwing me
If
off?
you're playing Reigns, why would you not be playing Riddle?
I'm actually going to do this.
So just deciding here the range trigger, what to trigger with that. And it's going to be Varus' Riddle for the card draw. And the other thing that also this does is it stops my opponent from having the option to trigger range. If they trigger range, to then also go for card draw. And we get a.
And that was obviously unopposed, which I should have done before claim, but yeah. Okay.
So now lots of options.
Oh, damn. Oh, no. No, I was right. You have no power, do you?
Nope.
Military.
So we have a military coming in from the Knight of Flowers.
For 3, soon to be a billion.
So Lord Renly's right.
He makes it 3. So reaction, he gets 2 strength from the plot, from playing an event.
Yep.
And then he gets 3 strength.
She's a discard.
She's dead. She was killed by. I killed her for your military.
Alright.
So win.
So that's no, so that's now strength 8, Knight of the Flowers.
+2 and then the 3. Yep.
Claim. Renowned Intimidate.
And then the Intimidate, so the Claim is for the Moon Boys to probably get the wood as well back to hand. And then the Renowned, so the Intimidate takes out the Burn Men.
So is this the end of the challenge? You've got no gold saved.
No gold saved. Yes.
Faction card is no.
Yes, it is.
Because Iron Bank thingies is a thing to get gold back. What is your current intrigue strength?
2, 3, 8.
Yeah, I've currently forgotten that Grace currently has no intrigue icon. Oh, I love seeing play mistakes in my own videos. I'm pretty sure we do catch up before it becomes important. You've used him. He is currently 3 strength. No, you don't have a lady anymore.
Oh no.
And as I said, we do catch it.
6 strength for.
So, and you lose an icon.
Oh yeah, I do. That's a fair point. I should have done the power challenge. That was stupid. I forgot.
So you have 5 on intrigue.
Yeah, that's slightly more now.
Okay. And you have no gold save, sorry.
That's fine.
So we have Jaime Lannister coming in, so he's going to do a military.
Block the unopposed?
Sure. Unopposed. Claim?
Just thinking.
And going to choose the High Guard Courtier to claim, which probably leads me to think there's another one in hand. With Intrigue, which is going to defend with Pax. And again, I'm not so worried about the rage trigger at this point, so if he wants to win his, jump with his well and to win by 5, he's more than welcome to.
Sorry. Don't want to lose 2 cards there. Yeah, go on. I'm not really sure you can do it. Reigns in all fairness. Oh, you can't get to Reigns. Oh, I'm being daft. Yeah, we're just riding with enough Reigns. Yeah. For free.
So, I win.
Oh no, of course he actually can't get to Reigns because of...
Attempts to bounce him. He has a bodyguard, so he can...
Oh, that's a fair point. Do I want to save? Do I want the... Yeah. Oh, actually my reserve.
So,
Oh, yeah, you've got
so yeah, so they've used the bodyguard there to save from Tower of the Hand. Which probably means you're voting up to a Valor.
Wasn't unopposed.
And claim of a Pleasure Barge, which, having drawn all these cards, is not the worst thing to see come out your hand. As the defender, the attack you probably want to see something a bit stronger. Tie Dom, and it's got 3-0 to me. Tyrell player. And we're on to the 3rd plot phase.
Wrong box. So, your choice?
So we have Valor into Late Summer Feast, which is what we figured probably was coming. Which is why I think Late Summer Feast I think was the counter to get draws to have as much gold as possible.
Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I haven't played to discard a card. Sorry.
Do not worry.
That's fine. That's what it is.
That's that is fine. Draw 2?
Yep.
So I've got 9, 10, 11, 12. I have the tower, I have 1 reduction.
So 12 gold, and all the econ I could possibly ever want here.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
7 for
Boom.
Renly Baratheon, and giving him Heartsbane.
Makes sense.
2, 4, 6.
6 for Marge with a dupe,
And
and 2 for Arbor Knight.
How many cards you got left?
4.
4 cards left, and that's not a bad recovery from having you board wiped.
Unsurprising, I'll sit on 3 gold.
And Paul there's going to sit on 3 gold.
Do you have shenanigans you can do?
Say again?
Sounds like you've got shenanigans you can do.
Yeah, maybe.
So is that just on defense?
No, any.
Any chance? Okay.
But I have to put, to bounce her, I have to put 7 costs.
Right.
So just double checking what the actual, just double checking what the cards do. It's always worth.
Yeah, okay, we're doing intrigue.
Intrigue 5. Then you've got no gold saves. Boss's name is not there anymore to reduce.
Nope.
So entry coming in from Marge. Trying to flip out of the Late Summer Feast if possible. But also taking card out of hand is never a bad idea.
Attempt to do it.
So Handhook comes in with Tywin.
Sure.
Tywin blocks.
Yeah. I got nothing.
1 second. Sure. 9.
So Tywin here. So this was a big mistake. So Tywin is going to probably have Wood as well attached to him. Win the challenge by. No, is that enough? Can he? Yes, he can. 'Cause he's strength 6 basic, isn't he? So oh no, yeah. So I guess him to 10.
Just remind myself.
Sure.
That means he's safe, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Okay.
So Wood as well comes in to make it 10. So drains can be triggered.
And I was like, oh wait, I can't do what I want.
Yeah, you win by 5. You want to trigger reigns?
Yeah, so I think I might do.
Paul just deliberating over which plot to flip into. We've got Filthy Accusation, which is going to be on Renly Baratheon.
Okay, fine, fine. You want to go like that? It's fine.
And then I'll trigger that to attempt to bounce.
And then we'll tear the hands back. Tear the hands to get Tywin back to hand and bounce Marge, which obviously saved by the dupe.
Doesn't matter. Bring Burnmen in. There's nothing I can do about it. So we'll do a military.
Military coming in from the.
Draw a card.
Oh, 1, 2, 3,
Or do you want to draw a
5,
card?
6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I always find drawing cards better and then ditching them,
I do as well.
so I will.
So drawing card there of Late Summer Feast.
Over to you.
Of the unopposed military, so obviously that's just there for the gain of power. I think I'm getting ready. So I'm really worried about March at this point. So if a military does come in, I'm actually tempted to kill Renly here. And indeed, it's going.
Just to keep in the habit of it, I'm probably going to do a military. But I might do a power to slow you down actually instead. So I'm going to trigger to get a power, and then I'm going to make my mind up.
So Match of the Moons gives them a power icon.
3, 4. So 4.
That's a note. Just as a reminder. Who are you going to bring in? Probably maybe. But then he'd be dead. Military.
So you have military coming in from the Burman, and I'm going to kill Renly. This is quite safe because to trigger March, it's quite safe because there's no unique characters for treachery, and we're going to go straight for Standy Randy. And you don't know if you saw myself looking at the plots. I was just there, very eyeing up Wardens of the South to make Randall go nuts this turn. Next turn, and I've also got a copy of Randall in hand, so he's going to be quite safe a few turns now.
That is now your dom.
That is my dom.
Dom goes to me, so it's currently 4-1.
Right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
And Paul's got to discard a lot of cards.
Well,
So white Paul has to decide which 6 cards he's going to discard. So to say if there's any other if you haven't missed any other games from this and you want to catch up, there is a playlist. This video is in that playlist. This is obviously round 3. If you're watching this as the video goes up, the previous 2 rounds have been posted. If you're watching this a bit in the future, you'll probably have the final round of Swiss, which will be the next video, and then the semi-final and final. So if you're enjoying this, please do check it out. And also, guys, I do stream about 2 or 3 times a week on Twitch. If you aren't aware, I do put the videos up on here. But if you want to catch the live streams, do check out in the description below. There is a link to my Twitch page, and you can follow me on there. The videos stay up on there for 2 weeks, so that's part of the reason I put them onto YouTube, because then they stay up forever. And yeah, normally 2 or 3 times a week. Also, as I'm recording this, if you're watching this early on the day it actually comes out, tonight there will be a stream on Twitch for an Octagon League tournament, which is not Octagon League, sorry, Iron Thrones League, which we've done before. Which we've done before. It's called Fear Cuts Deeper Than Swords. It's the 3rd one, and I'll be streaming my games till I'm knocked out, to which point I'll be streaming other games. So do keep that. There's some pretty good players in there, so do keep an eye out for that. We have Noble Cause into Wardens of the South. Back again. This is plot 4. And I believe I made Paul go first. And we're going to see Randall, barring a Nightmares or a Milk, go completely nuts this turn. We have Tyrell with a dupe. And 1 gold. Paul's lack of econ here is hurting him a bit, really. So I get got 4 gold from the plot, 2 gold from the Red Wine Straight, 1 gold from the Rose Road, and we've still got some other reducings to go. Got a dupe for Marge, got a dupe for Standy Randy. We're going to put out a Hedge Knight.
Yeah, I wasn't sure about this include, but I was talked into it, and actually it's not been awful. Yeah.
We're going to put Heartsbane onto Marge to try and stop the any shenanigans with Tower of the Hand and Reigns.
Sitting on 5.
Yes.
Cheeky extra challenge, maybe.
So sitting on 5, Paul immediately thinking there could be an extra challenge coming in. With the that'd be Lanni's Informant.
See, he's currently strength 7.
Yeah.
You have discarded AGOT as well, doesn't mean you haven't got a in hand, but it's ambush 1, isn't it? Yes. So that could make you strength 8. Then she would also be, she'd be strength 10 anyway.
Yeah, this plot's a bit bonkers. It's fair to say.
Cards.
Mega strength.
Yeah, it's a pretty good plot. I found in practice. You guys over already? Finished already? You're out crossing. Get the strength schedule up. Good man. Sorry, Daisy. I've got the strength of schedule, you know, it comes between friends. Okay.
So you got 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 on intrigue, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Pretty sure you're going to win an intrigue challenge.
So Paul's going for the options, and yeah, intrigue challenge is pretty.
My only chagrin is this is limit one per deck. We totally balanced it. You have two.
Alright. Just stand him up. End of the challenge.
So the thing is, it's like the combination of the Knight's Watch Rose deck when you swear him to the watch, give him a Dragon Glass Dagger, because he has the 2 strength as he goes into the challenge. Yeah. It's a bit daft.
Okay,
So Paul's re-debating here. I mean, this is quite a critical turn really, because with that plot, Sandy Randy could go absolutely nuts. He still has a character to come in, but you're figuring with the strength that I can get to, it's going to have to be a pretty amazing character to have any chance of winning the challenge.
well, you're going to win the intrigue anyway, so.
So intrigue coming in for 7 from Tyrell. So we're defending for.
Defend for 10 to start with.
So 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Oh yeah, sorry.
That's alright.
Yep, sorry.
So defending for 10 to start with. Obviously, we've still got other buffs we can do with like the Arbor Knight and the sword.
Well, it's tempting to trigger range. That's better as it is.
Yeah, I suppose.
So Paul's got to pass.
Military? Oh, renown, sorry. Military? Reaction.
Almost forgot the hobbies. Interesting, I started not trying to trigger reigns there. Oh, because I didn't want to flip out the plot, of course.
Coming to these tournaments being shattered. I'm actually, I don't understand. I'm really not feeling it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's going to have to be unopposed.
That is unopposed.
Military.
Oh, I thought you said power.
No, military.
Sorry. Military for 7.
Yes.
So Paul therefore thought I was doing a power challenge, so it's going to be going back a this little step. Also, I did almost forget to trigger my plot to stand around. You do actually have to trigger it. It's not something that happens. It's not like Song of Summer that it's a flat innate ability. You actually have to trigger it. So it's something to bear in mind. Paul deciding whether do I play March or not. So that always fun game.
This is not going to go well now, is it?
So the dupe is taken off Stanley, Tywin.
Power. Trigger.
We have a power challenge.
No, you didn't attack me.
Yes.
You were going to attack me, then you. Yeah.
So power coming in for 10.
For 7.
He's in as well, so it's 10.
Yeah.
Unopposed?
So it's unopposed, claim and renowned, and also up to 9. Shoot up to 9 power, and then Dom because of the Gavillion Gold and Randall standing. And on to the 5th plot phase. We have close call into Marched.
Sure, first or second.
Suppose I have to. You can go first.
So March.
So March in the Hedge Knight.
Bringing back Renly.
So Renly's in March, drawing. Obviously, didn't draw a card. Renly is then brought back to life. Sorry, with close call, and then we draw 2 cards.
So I get a bucket load of money. You thought I was going to Valor, didn't you?
Yeah.
I was tempted. Not that I have it.
So yeah, Paul saying he thought I was going to Valor, so he was trying to save Tywin, but
So
yeah,
mail,
I say I almost did. We have a High Golden Courtier brought out. We have Crown of Golden Roses played out on Renly.
over to you.
Randall, sorry.
All the goals.
And again, sits on a load of gold.
Is it the same 5 that you didn't play last round?
4.
Another deep for Tywin.
4, 5, 6, 7.
You've just used Filthy, haven't you? So far.
Yeah. I'll take 3.
The Hound's brought in for 3 gold. And instead of 4, so it's another use for the Hound.
Okay. Past 3 transactions?
Yep,
So we have Intrigue coming in here for 6 currently, obviously with potential lots of buffs.
6 currently.
Tywin can obviously get to, it's currently
7, 8, 9.
10, 11, 12.
and potentially getting up to 12. Posing the question of is it worth using Tywin to defend this, and then potentially not have anything coming back.
Try and boost my strength. Reaction.
So
now 1. Now attacking for 10. 1. 9. Sorry, you're right. 9. Yeah.
So 7 spend a gold to get up to 10 to equal Tywin.
10.
Yeah.
3 here looking for the round to take a.
6 strength.
Yeah.
He's 7. Oh, I would have 10 to the. Yeah, no, okay, yeah, you win.
Okay. Claim.
So we have Claim coming in from. And we get another Mountains of the Moon.
Renowned.
Renowned on
Military.
military coming in currently for 5. Obviously the Crown of Golden Roses.
For a lot. Well, it's gonna be, isn't it? 5. Yeah, how many? What's the limit?
Twice. So you can be strengthened up.
Doing a minute here, trying to get the Hound to nil. Potentially.
So what have you done? You've got
I've still got power. I've still got power to go.
Right, it's probably a game, isn't it? I don't have any power, I suppose.
So discarding Red Rhine Straits to make a round of strength 7. Doing the challenge. Claim's going to be the Duple Tyrant again. Renowned on Randall, getting up to straight. So interesting here. Could do the power challenge just to try and win the game.
Power.
Have you got a superior claim?
No.
Oh, it's double renown.
Yeah.
Double Renowned and the unopposed would win the game. Just thinking all eggs, just get that Harren Hall trigger in to try and, or some sort of trigger in. To try and stop the win here. The lack of power on Paul's house card is slowing me down here, slowing down here. And we have Crow Killers brought in, which then defend the power challenge.
No claims.
Get a power icon. Get a power icon from Mountains of the Moon, but means they can oppose the challenge. It stops the game from being over. And Paul still got on to Paul challenges. He's still got Harren Hall. Brings in Jamie.
Military?
Have an action.
So I'm going to Nightmares the.
Military unopposed.
So I'm going to Nightmares the Tower of the Hand, so Jamie can't come back.
Stand him. Should still win the game, actually, shouldn't I?
And I realised I should have just discarded that and defended the challenge
I
with.
stood him with the Crown of Golden Roses by discarding a card. I've only done it once. I didn't do it on the second challenge.
I was realising I should have stood him and won the challenge of the military.
Unless because Jamie disappears at the end of the phase.
Intrigue?
Unopposed.
We have an intrigue coming in from Jamie. No cards. Trying to trigger rain to try and stop stop me from winning this turn.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's it.
I think so. Stand Tywin.
Tywin stands.
Power challenge.
Oh, yes, that's a fair point.
So, yeah.
And then Tywin can come in for the power challenge to.
No cards.
Stand him up.
Yeah.
Tywin is a power challenge which stops me from winning this turn.
And renown.
Yeah. My dom. Yeah. Jamie dies.
Jamie's dead. My dom, and we're up to it's 14-5. So very well played there by Paul, just trying to keep himself in the game for a bit longer. You never know what's going to happen, what plots I might have to run into. I've won many game 14 something down and then come back. And I'm contemplating between 2 plots.
You got no cards. I assume I know what's happening right now.
So contemplating whether to Valor or whether to play Nothing Burns Like the Cold.
Nothing burns like the cold.
And we go for Nothing Burns Like the Cold. I chickened out a little bit in case. Don't know. I think it's because I didn't draw into anything.
I will go first.
Sure.
Draw 2.
Are we triggering yours?
Oh yeah, sorry. I'll get rid of the. Oh, let's go. I'll just get rid of that. I thought she. Oh, I don't think so.
What is it? An attachment and what?
And a non-limited location. So I've got rid of the Heartsbane.
So you know, Heartsbane there from Heartsbane. Keeping the Crown of Golden Roses, so at least the cards of draw can at least be used as.
Have you? I don't care because I'm in the cup. Yeah, all I want is a match. Yeah, that's all I want tomorrow. So I'm going to have a smile on my face.
And just having a little chat here because my opponent, as long as I win this game, the opponent for the next round is is Adam East, who you might know from the Facebook group. And he's just saying he's playing the Builders deck, and he's like, "You got to play the Builders." I'm like, I don't care. I'm going to be 3-0 over win this.
You had both of them out. I'm like, well, you're going to get rid of the mountain. I thought over the hand.
You're going first,
yeah?
So draw 2. I've got the 2 characters to. I've also got the 2 characters obviously to fund to produce Crown of Golden Roses.
7. 4, 5, 6, 7. I count them.
And I obviously drew nothing I can play because I'm done.
3, 4, 5, 6.
Paul's got 6.
I will wait. I'll do it properly. I know, I'm going to contact this.
You've got 1 to get.
Yeah.
So it's got the 1 power. Looks like obviously Paul's ball safe get smaller.
I need more gold.
Not 2 milk. That would screw me right now. That would. 2 milks, you can maybe turn it around. Yeah, no Tyrell, so I'm in trouble.
I need this back. Yeah. Still on it.
Okay, first no. Any poo transactions?
Nope.
Power?
Yeah. Do you know what's really funny?
Yeah.
I could potentially have defended it if I'd kept that.
Paul's just saying he actually could defend this if he kept the mountains of the moon rather than the.
Right, so it's for what?
Currently for 10.
6.
He's 12.
Oh, he's got rid of the fucking rock!
And Paul is.
Because I've got this guy. Reacts off himself.
Yeah, he does react off himself. That is very true.
Fuck's sake. What's it for? So it's for 10 currently.
Sure.
So double defend.
Okay. Try and stand it. Treachery. Okay. Try and do it again. Can you do it? Yes, twice per round. No, but can he do it again? Oh, can he do it again? Can he treachery again? No. So I'm strength 7, so 12. You are winning the challenge.
So Paul here is going to win the entry, win the power challenge.
Oh, the hound comes back to hand, but I'm strength 7. So even the hound jumps in, unless you can jump someone else in with the hound.
Every time I need 1 more goal. Shouldn't have Harrenhal.
Paul here is just because he's 1 goal short of doing everything he wants to do. Renowned on Tywin.
I like the idea he defends this and they'll win on Dom anyway.
I was just saying, even if the hound comes in, even if there's a way of defending this, then I still win the game on Dom. The hound comes in, blocks the military, and that's game. And there we go. That was so 3-1, 3-0. Sorry. We've got the next game coming up, which is Paul again versus a guy called Brad, to see who gets into the cut, hopefully. And I had the fun of playing its Builders, which we decided not to record for obvious reasons. Well, I hope you enjoyed that game, and please do come back next time for the final round of Swiss. And as always, it has been emotional.